It literally took me 2 minutes to make this storybook.
One of those days, Mike woke up at 8:30 a.m. He looked at his alarm clock and gasped. Usually, he woke up at 7 a.m., but his alarm did not ring. He jumped out of bed and realized he was already very late for work. He felt his heart beating fast as he searched for his clothes. Mike did not have time for a healthy breakfast.
You can generate these stories in multiple languages. You've got text, you've got picture, you've got audio. You can control the level, you can control the vocabulary, you can control the story. You really can generate a very powerful story that you then share with your students. Brilliant for listening, brilliant for reading, brilliant for combining the two together, which is something I love doing. Really hope you liked the video, and if you do, please click on the like button, and of course please subscribe to the channel. Let's get started. So the first thing is go to your apps. So you need your Gmail account open, and you're going to choose Gemini. So click on Gemini. Okay, so I'm using the free tool. And what you want to do is come to the top here, and to open up the kind of sidebar, you click here on the left. And you should see your gems here. Now, if by any chance you've got an account where you're under 18, set as under 18, you might not see it because I think it's restricted to 18 and above. But if you click on gems, you should see that you can find storybooks, and you click on that and you can now write a storybook. However, I want to point out as well, if you use the prompt, create a storybook about, so even if you don't go into Storybook, so let's just click on new chat, but you write create a storybook about, it will generate a storybook for you. So coming back up to the top here now, I'm just going to open up that bar, and you can click on new chat to make sure you're in a new chat, and I have got the gems button, so I'm going to click on that, and then I'm going to simply click on the option of storybook. Now it's worth just talking a little bit about some of the things that you can control. It's worth just going over how you can control the story. You can obviously choose the language. I've done stories in French, in Spanish, in English, and mainly in Polish because I use it to learn Polish. So you can control the story and explain what story you want. You can control, for example, the characters. So I know that a lot of the people that work with me on Patreon, the teachers, have done stories about their students in their classes, which the students absolutely love. And I've done the same with my daughter, where she's told me a story that she's invented, and then I've told Google Gemini to turn that into a storybook, which my daughter absolutely loves. Now you can even control the characters. You can say, I want such and such a person to have the name blah, 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 and have the color of their hair, etc. So you can control the characters, control the language, control the story. You can control the vocabulary. So often when I'm working, I like to practice some of the vocabulary that I'm currently studying and put it into a story. And this is really useful. So I do that a lot as well. And of course you can control the context in which the story sits. Now, one thing that you can't do is you can't put in the full script of the story. It doesn't seem to work, but you can say, you know, I'd like the story to include this part, this part, this part, this part, and this part, and it will generally build what you ask for. So let me show you an example. Remember, you've got two ways of working. Let's have a look. Now, when I'm talking about two ways of working, I want to explain that you can either give your instructions by writing, so you can give all the details about exactly what you're expecting, or you can work the way that I work, and I'm going to click on this button here and actually dictate to Gemini Storybooks what I want. Now I'm actually going to do this story in Spanish because we've already looked at an example in English. But I don't have to dictate the story in the instructions. I can give the instructions, for example, in English. You should be able to give instructions in other languages as well. So I'm going to give the instructions in English to write a story for me in Spanish. Can you write a story for me about a man called Tom who's the boss in his office, but he has a really bad day at work? He gets up late. He rushes to the train station but misses his train. He then buys himself a cup of coffee and nearly misses the second train. And when he runs for the train, he spills coffee all over his shirt. When he gets to work, there are problems because the internet is not working and he's not able to check his emails. And then there's a problem as well because one of his employees is not happy and wants to leave his job. Later on in the day, he has lots and lots of meetings to deal with, and then he has to answer emails. And finally, in the afternoon, he has to see a client who wants a tour of the office. At the end of the day, he's very, very tired. Can we write this story in Spanish? And can we make this for a B1 level of Spanish learners? So this is a story that I want to write for my Spanish students. So I click on that button there to stop my recording. There is the text now. And now I click on this button and I'm hoping it's going to start to make that story. Now, sometimes the stories take up to a couple of minutes to be produced. Don't forget the story is going to have pictures and audio and text. So let me come back to this video in a minute and let's see what's been produced. So in a minute, we're going to look at the results of that video and we're going to play it. And I'm going to show you a couple of tricks about how you can share the video. If you are a language teacher or a language student, so you're learning or teaching languages, you might want to sign up to my newsletter. I think there's around 10,000 teachers and learners now signed up. It keeps you updated with all the latest videos that I put up, but you also get news about any courses I run. And we do run quite a few free training webinars looking at various technologies. I'll put the QR code on the screen. I'll also put the link to the newsletter below in the description. Let's have a look then at the video that we've produced. So we've got here El Día Terrible de Tom, and we can click and listen by clicking on this button here. Let's just have a quick look.
El día terrible de Tom. Era una mañana de lunes muy gris. Tom dormía profundamente, pero de repente abrió los ojos y miró su reloj. Eran las 8:30. El despertador no había sonado. Tom saltó de la cama con mucha prisa porque tenía una reunión importante. Tom se vistió en 2 minutos y corrió hacia la estación.
Okay, absolutely fantastic. I really love these stories. I like the level of that. I think that's fine for a B1 story. As I said, you could even be specific about the vocabulary that you want. Now, let's look at a few really important features about what we can actually do with this video. Well, it's not a video actually, is it? It's a story, but with audio and pictures. Now, I think the most important thing is you can share this story, and I want to make it absolutely clear, your students do not need to have a Gmail account. If you click on this button here, Share Storybook, and it's going to generate a link to that story. You can copy that, send that to your students, and your students will be able to access the story even if they don't have a Gmail account. I think that's really important. Now, you can't download the text and the pictures and the audio, but what you can do if you click on this button down here is you can download the PDF. Now, I have to say, in my experience, sometimes it's been a little bit hit and miss with the PDF file. But I have this probably, hopefully now it's got a lot better than it was before. So I'm downloading it now. We're going to have a look at the moment and see if it does work. So what you're hopefully going to get is a PDF file. So here it is. And you'll see that we've got the pictures. And if we scroll down, let's just have a quick look here. We can see we've got the pictures and the text. So this could be great as backup material for the students, perhaps to read the story again at home. So I really like this, but of course you haven't got the audio. So there's a couple of things that you could do, for example, if you were trying to get the students to think about the story before they read it. One thing you could do is just literally flick through the pictures. If you could project this onto the screen and get the students to look at the pictures, perhaps to work in pairs or in groups and discuss what they think the story is all about. Of course, another possibility is to download the story, give the students the pictures, and again, get them perhaps to even organize the order of the story, or even they could do that afterwards. So they could read the story and then perhaps in groups or pairs, if they've got the pictures, try to remake the story based on the pictures. I really think that this is a fabulous tool. Okay, really hope you like that video. I'm a huge fan of that technology, but I'm a huge fan of Gemini generally, and I have made a video where I've gone through some of the best language learning features in Gemini, and it's been proving very popular. So if you want to watch that, I'll put that on the screen now. You can click on the link and access that video. Really hope you like this video. Don't forget to click on the like button and subscribe to the channel. Thank you very much. Okay, really hope you liked that video, and if you did, then please come over to teachertrainingvideos.com. Loads more free videos. Look at all the different menu items at the top of the screen here. If you're a teacher and you want to keep up a little bit more with the work I do, we often organize webinars, online courses, etc. Then sign up to the newsletter, and if you sign up to the newsletter, there is a free 14-part mini video course in using technology in language teaching, and nearly everything I suggest is free. If you want to take it a little bit further, then think about joining me on Patreon. If you join Patreon, you get extra videos every month with no advertising. I just go straight into the training, lots of ideas about how you can use the technologies in the class with your students, and you also get the chance to meet me online once a month for some direct training, and that's a real opportunity for you to practice using the technologies with me. And finally, if you want to go even further, join me on my very popular course, Technologies and Approaches to Blended, Hybrid and Online Teaching. I do that in collaboration with NILE, that is the Norwich Institute for Language Education, a very prestigious organisation in the UK. And that course has been running for many years and is very popular. Thank you very much. I'm going to leave a few more videos on the screen now that you might find useful.